There are moments in automotive history where a concept car transcends the typical design study fantasy and feels like a glimpse into what could have been a brand's breakthrough moment. One such moment happened in 2004 when Chrysler unveiled the ME Four-Twelve, a machine so bold, so fast, and so well engineered that it seemed ready to reintroduce the American brand as a serious player in the exotic supercar arena. For a brief flash in time, Chrysler was the talk of the car world, not for a practical sedan or a minivan, but for a carbon-bodied, V12-powered rocket that could rival anything coming out of Italy or Germany. And then, just as quickly as it arrived, it disappeared. Fast forward to today, Chrysler is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Instead of returning to its most daring concept to show where the brand could go in the next 100 years, it offered a special edition minivan with a sticker and some trim updates. While the Pacifica is undoubtedly a capable and popular family hauler, it's hard not to feel like this was a missed opportunity for a dramatic comeback. For a company once brave enough to dream up a car that could reach 248 miles per hour, a chrome badge on a sliding door doesn't exactly scream legacy. The ME Four-Twelve wasn't just another flashy auto show prototype. It was a real, fully functional machine. Built during the Daimler-Chrysler era, it was powered by a 6.0-liter AMG-derived V12 engine with not one, but two turbochargers strapped to it. This wasn't just a nod to performance, it was a declaration of intent. Producing 850 horsepower and mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, the ME Four-Twelve wasn't playing around. It had a carbon fiber and aluminum body, a curb weight of only 2,888 pounds, and claimed acceleration numbers that could embarrass even some of today's most celebrated hypercars. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds. A quarter mile in 10.6. And a top speed of 248 miles per hour. In 2004, this was beyond impressive. It was revolutionary. Unlike many concepts that are made of foam and dreams, the ME Four-Twelve was very real. Chrysler engineers built a working prototype. Journalists drove it. Test videos exist. It wasn't just a fantasy made for magazine covers. It was a tangible product of a daring engineering team that truly wanted to push Chrysler into a new era. Some enthusiasts still remember driving it virtually in games like Midnight Club 3, Dub Edition, where it felt like a unicorn among more common performance cars. For a generation of gearheads, the ME Four-Twelve represented a future that Chrysler never delivered. The reasons for its demise had never been fully spelled out, but the timing couldn't have been worse. The brand was shifting. Budgets were tightening. Chrysler's corporate focus was being pulled in different directions due to its complicated relationship with Daimler and its uncertain future. What should have been a halo car that redefined the brand became an unfortunate footnote. And now, 20 years later, it's mostly forgotten outside of dedicated enthusiast circles. That's why it feels so refreshing and equally heartbreaking when independent designers decide to revisit this lost gem. A recently revealed digital render has reignited the conversation by giving the ME Four-Twelve a tasteful modern refresh. The new version keeps the silhouette and design DNA of the original, but updates it with more current design cues. The LED lighting, the sculpted bodywork, and the more aggressive stance make it look like it could be revealed today at Pebble Beach or the Geneva Motor Show and still stand out. There's a quiet brilliance in the redesign, a respect for what the original stood for, and a hope for what could still be. These kinds of fan-driven redesigns serve a larger purpose. They remind us that brands like Chrysler once took huge creative risks. That their legacy isn't just in practicality and mass appeal, but in trying to create something that could stand toe-to-toe with the world's most iconic performance machines. And it shows that there's still an appetite among enthusiasts for brands to reach beyond their current market comfort zones. If Dodge can go all in on muscle heritage and electric innovation, if Cadillac can launch V-Series monsters like the Blackwing, then why can't Chrysler dream big again? It's not just about speed and horsepower. It's about identity. A company's halo car tells the world what it believes in, what it values, and where it's going. The ME Four-12 was Chrysler at its boldest, most fearless, and most imaginative. It told us that this American brand could do more than follow trends. It could create something that pushed the boundaries. And now, as we look at a 100th anniversary celebration defined by a badge on a minivan, we can't help but feel a little let down. The ME Four-12 should have been the symbol of Chrysler's rebirth. It should have headlined the brand's centennial celebration as proof that it remembers what it's capable of. Instead, its memory lives on in independent renders, old game consoles, and YouTube clips. It's a ghost of greatness, waiting to be brought back to life. There's still time. Stellantis, Chrysler's parent company, has hinted at experimenting with the brand's future. Maybe they're listening. Maybe the whispers of the ME Four-12's legacy will get louder. Or maybe not. But one thing is certain, true car lovers haven't forgotten. They're still watching, still waiting, and still hoping that Chrysler will someday build a car that once almost changed everything.